Third person joined. Welcome everyone. Welcome to tonight's session. Today is day 3 of FinFin 2.0 Masterclass. And then we'll be having a guest speaker tonight by the name Clementina Busayo, who is an expert in the business of ushering. Before she came to Limelight, let me say this. I have never heard of the word Usherpreneur before. I've heard of ushering and I've heard of entrepreneur, but then she came up with Usherpreneur. I was like, boom, which one is Usherpreneur?
Yeah.
It's amazing to someone who's starting up as a pioneering, very important. She's a pioneer of Usherpreneur. And I'll quickly read out a brief profile of hers here for us all to hear. She's a wonderful person. She's Clementina Busayo by name. She's an Usherpreneur. She's a business idea consultant and project manager. She's the founder of Glorious Wheels Ushering, a future female ambassador and convener of Usherpreneur Summit. She loves to speak French, moderate interviews. Yes, she's a compere. Is it compere you call it? Or master of ceremony. Yeah, you can invite her to anchor your ceremonies. And so she moderates interviews, research, and investment opportunities and strategic partnership. You can connect with her via Instagram at clementina.busayo. You can also connect with her on Facebook and on LinkedIn at Clementina Busayo. Then our website is https /about.me/Clementina Busayo. So we welcome tonight on stage our wonderful guests who will be speaking to us on the business of ushering. Thank you so much. You now have the floor. You can start now, man.
Okay, thank you so much, Peju. I actually need you to do me a favor. Can you see me clearly?
I can see you clearly.
Okay. I was doing my best to get the lighting from an angle that would be beneficial to the video. Unfortunately,
I have to apologize on my behalf. Yesterday and the day before, the lightning from my side was bad and the video wasn't so clear. I'm sorry about that, everyone. But tonight, I think I got an appropriate position to put myself.
Okay. Peju, thank you. It's so good to be here. Like Peju said, my name is Clementina. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. And just give me a moment. Let me see if I can make this setup a little bit better so that I can sit comfortably and I will not have to readjust in the midst of my. Just a moment, please. I am doing my best to ensure that at least the quality of the video is something that can also make them do the conversation. So, hi everyone, my name is Clementina. I'm an entrepreneur, a project manager, and a business idea consultant like Olapeju has read to us, and I'm very, very happy to be here. So, in very quickly, I'm going to be talking about the business of ushering services, and I'm also going to be teaching what I've gathered from my experience in the industry, how that is relevant, especially to us during a pandemic like this. And there is so much that we can gain from being an usher. So I'm going to be teaching about usherpreneurship. Yes, please.
Please, you can continue, Aitan. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm trying to share my slide. Share to this meeting and it's not allowing me do that.
We're trying to do what?
Share to this meeting. Sharing my screen.
Yes. Email or phone.
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Clementina Busayo and I'm so excited to be with you on this film series Masterclass. Shout out to Olakweju for putting this amazing content together. I really appreciate this, and so far I must say I got value for the sections I've attended. My name is Clementina Busayo. I am an Usherpreneur. I'm also a project manager and I'm a business idea consultant. So as an entrepreneur, one of the things I do is that I teach the business of ushering. I train ushers to be professionals, and I also provide ushering services for events, and that we do via the Glorious Wheels ushering services. And we are going to get into all of those good stuff. So please, as I do this presentation and this chat, feel free to drop me your comments, your questions, and your messages. And if you will be watching this on YouTube, I would like for you to reach out. If you have questions or inquiry, please don't hesitate to share with me. My name is Clementina Busayo on LinkedIn, Instagram, and on Facebook, and you can reach out to me. So today we are looking at the business of ushering services, and we're getting right into it. Next slide, please, Beju. So about me, in 2016, I actually started the Glorious Wheels Ushering Services. And sorry, I can't see the screen so clearly. It's so far away. Just a moment. Okay, so I started that while working with one of Nigeria's leading bank. I started it while at my 9 to 5. In 2017, I became a volunteer for corporate social responsibility within that organization, and I currently run a project that supports special needs home. The project is called Trickles in Mustard Seed Project. In 2018, I got my first international client, that's for Glorious Wheels Ushering Services, by providing consultation to her, and we met via the Barack Obama program. I'm actually a Yali alumni, so I'm an alumnus of Yali. Sorry about that. So I met her in Yali, and I also got to lead the Gambia team at the Model ECOWAS Summit in Ghana. In 2019, I started the 2-day virtual hangout for ushers. The focus of that hangout is to actually help ushers be professionals and one of the most common comments I've gotten from that is that people are able to live their dreams, either they want to pursue their education, start their businesses from the lessons they've learned. And so far, we have hosted 20 speakers. In 2020, I also hosted the first Usherpreneur Summit, and I started the Made by Clementina brand to provide consultancy to busy individuals who want to go from ideas to execution. And that is where I come in as a business idea consultant. So if you have this idea and you really need somebody to put you through on it, you can feel free to reach out to me. And this is 2021. In 2021, I became the future female ambassador for Lagos chapter. There I conduct interviews and I moderate the monthly events of the chapter. So that's summarily about me from the journey of starting the business of Glorious Wheels Ushering Services. So for being an entrepreneur, what that means is that you actually understand and you execute the business of ushering services. One of the things I say that is that for you to understand what ushering service business means is that you have to understand that number one, it's a premium service. Number two, it is not charity. And number three, it is a product. And I'm going to be showing that to us as we continue in this particular section. And this is my Usherpreneur framework. There are three things out of everything I've studied in the business of ushering. I see that it boils down to three things. First one is product, the second one is process, and the third one is people. And under product, you will see I highlighted that your products would include rendering ushering services, digital products. So as an entrepreneur, I provide consultancy for people who want to start or build their ushering business. So you can book action with me by visiting Glorious Wheels Ushering page on Instagram or Facebook to book a section. That is the product that I offer via Glorious Wheels Ushering Services. The process includes registering your business. In 2016, when I started, I got my first client in December. And before that first client, I'd actually registered my business because I wanted to be able to defend and project myself confidently. One of the most frequently questions I get asked by people is that I can't market my ushering business confidently. And if I ask, is your business registered? The person says no. So you would realize that if you're not registered as a business, you might have to deal with the feeling of feeling like a fraud or somebody that does not know what you do. And especially when you have to execute events with corporate organizations that require that you submit your registration documents and other maybe letterheads and the quotations, you will discover that you will not be able to scale through that process because you do not have the right foundation. So it's very important for you to register your business. You also have to understand the industry you are playing with. So as a business, what we do primarily is that we provide our ushering services for social events. And I have to say this, that because you do social events does not mean that you cannot have a corporate customer. So one of the projects I was privileged to be a part of was the 125th anniversary of a leading bank in Nigeria. And what that meant was that being a part of that team, it's a corporate organization that was leading the event, but the context of that event is a social event. So I hope you understand that. So that you play majorly as a social event ushering business does not mean that you cannot have a corporate client. So understanding your client base would also determine the type of team you build. We in Glorious Wheels Ushering Services, we have both male and female teams, and depending on the event we have to execute at time, both of those teams come to play, or a particular theme per time. So we build our teams by engaging them every month, reaching out to them, helping them understand what they can do better. Some of the sections we've had include customer service, the magic of customer service, etiquette, and several of those things just to make our ushers better. So that is a process of your business. Another thing is the onboarding process. What is it like for clients to reach you? So if you send us a message on Facebook, or if you use the link in our bio on Instagram, is automatically going to present to you forms or redirect you to the email address that would help one of our team members to actually reach out to you. So as an entrepreneur, you have to be able to simplify your process, and you also need to be able to manage people. People here would mean your clients. You have to be able to understand the strategy that works for you. Do you get your clients through referrals? Do you get your clients through word of mouth? Do you get your clients by making yourself available for PR? So either by showcasing yourself in an interview or taking advantage of other social media platforms to reach your potential clients. You have to understand what works for your business. So in the people part of the business, you have to deal with your client acquisition process, your branding. What do people remember about you? Is it the colors? Is it the type of team members that work with you? Whatever that means to you, just stay true to it, and also be flexible enough to diversify to what will catch your clients' interest. And social media is also a tool to leverage. Facebook, WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp recently did an upgrade to say that there is a way you can receive payments and from Facebook or something. So I'm just trying to say that all these platforms are ways for you to project yourself and make yourself available to potential customers, and convert those people that would follow or like your page or your post to also becoming your clients. And we talked about marketing and PR. So basically, those are the three pillars in being an entrepreneur. If you can understand that your service is also a product, you can understand and simplify the process, and you can also get people to work with you efficiently, like acquire your clients and take them through a beautiful customer experience, you're good to go. And that is what I call the concept of being an entrepreneur or entrepreneurship. So moving on to the next slide. Here is where I show you the value chain of being an entrepreneur. So one of the things you have to realize that it is a process. Imagine, I wrote here that the first thing is consulting. A client will come to you to say, oh, I have this 600 guests I want to cater to, and I need so number of ushers. You're going to be asking questions like, what is the location? What type of event is it? What is the greatest need the customer wants to solve? So I have had clients that will tell me that there is a particular set of people I want them to eat. Some other clients will say there's this particular set of people I want them to have this particular gift, or I want them to sit in a particular place. So whatever that looks like to your clients, that is what you need to execute. And I want to say that consulting also does not have to only end with your clients. At the moment, I provide a consulting section for people who would also like to build a profitable ushering business. So you can reach out to other people, or you can also provide coaching service to other people that would like to learn what you're doing. So I said in this value chain, you have the fashion illustrators, because when you're executing an event, especially for themed events, your clients want you to look in a particular way. I personally used to have this sketchbook where I know what my ushers will look like. I pass it on to the fashion designer who comes up with the material. So there may be a particular material that when the ushers fit it on, it just makes their color come out. All of those things, you put it into consideration. Then the fashion designer executes the design, brings it to life, and fits it on the ushers. Styling would include their hairstyles. Then we also have somebody that produces the jewelry and accessories. Sometimes, maybe if it's a traditional look, they may have to be beaded in a particular way. All of that would require the expert of a jeweler. Then logistics, you have to transport your ushers from one place to the other. And sometimes, if you are leaving an event later than you have anticipated, because of security and all of that, you may want to consider going together or providing a means of transportation. We have hairstyling, we have makeup, we have photography, we have customized t-shirts. All of these are ways you can earn in the value chain of the ushering business. So one of the things I realized that sometimes people don't know is that you can earn from rentals. So people rent out clothes to these ushering services. You can even be a fashion designer that make you mass produce. So you mass produce those products and you retrieve them maybe within a particular period of time. And I've also personally engaged the services of photographers from time to time, so that while we are at an event, we can get a good picture from that event. All of those things are ways you can earn within the value chain of the ushering, of being an entrepreneur, or within the entrepreneurship scope. So you can provide digital products such as online courses, audio books, pre-recorded videos. Like what we have now is being recorded, and but you can decide to sell it. However, I'm sure she will do that with my permission. So we can decide to come up with a contract that, oh, for every person that buys this particular pre-recorded video, we are going to share it 50-50. The profit is going to be 50-50. And we come up with a link that people can sign up to, and the we split the value we get from this particular training. So you can also provide automation and business system setup. And this is a major gap I see within the ushering industry. When I started as an ushering business, I tried to look for somebody that could help me set up processes in my business. I remember that because I had this, the vision for the business was that we're not going to be limited by location. So I wanted to have a database of ushers around the world. And I started to think, how could I do that? I reached out to a friend, shout out to Damola. He told me about these apps then, Forms app. Then Google apps, Google Forms was not this popular, and that was how I started out. So if you clicked the link back then, you could provide your details such as your name, your address, your picture, and also your CV, which is very important in our business. We don't engage ushers who would not be able to provide those things I've listed, because we want to provide our services in a way that we know the people we are working with, and we can project them as people that our clients can trust. So when the pandemic started, one of the things I quickly did was that, seeing that a lot of our brides, like I said, we do mostly social events, and a bulk of that is weddings. So when we have the larger percentage of the execution of social events for us at Glorious Wheels Ushering Services is actually weddings. Of course, we have birthdays, we have dinners, we have evening events, but a bulk of it is weddings. And I quickly began to reach out to our brides, encouraging them, telling them not to be discouraged. And of the things I did during that period was to set up a wedding website for them, and it was at a more affordable cost to them, because I just wanted them to be encouraged and know that the whole process was not lost, especially because a lot of people that wanted to get married needed to move their event date from the proposed date to a future date. And I'm happy that every bride we have from last year, I'm very glad that they are married at this moment. So you can provide ebooks on things that you've learned in the business, and I'm going to also be sharing more about that as we proceed in this training. Like, I have a resource that is useful to people that want to build a profitable ushering business. Another thing you may want to look at is travel concierges and personnel that can help people that do private trips from a location to another, but may just need somebody to provide a personalized service to them. So you can follow us on Instagram at gloriouswheels_ushering, and you can also follow us on Facebook and at Glorious Wheels Ushering Services. I just want you to open your mind that you are not limited to one thing. Like, you're not limited to one thing. Personally, one of the things that has helped me in the business is having a right mindset and a global mindset. So we have team members that actually work with us in the ushering business, and it's fun. I'm happy to have them also provide support in different areas of the business. So based on this Fin Masterclass series, I want us to know that there are 3 key factors that would help you succeed as an entrepreneur. Number 1 is your mindset. If you do not have the right mindset, you will not be able to go very far. And I want to say this because I could actually have left my slide to just these 3 things, because from the beginning of the Fin series, I saw that when the first speaker was talking about passive income, like, we saw that there were a lot of opportunities for you to earn, but if you don't have the right mindset, you will not be able to harness it. And I want to say that, please have a right mindset. One of the materials that will help you is a material that I saw Kweju share. Kweju shared the secret of becoming a millionaire. Am I correct? Is that the title of that book? I read that book first in 2014 when I was 7. Kweju, can you help me? The Millionaire's Mind. Is that the title of the book?
Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I'd read that book in 2014, but when Kweju shared it, I had to read it again. And I was like, there is a lot of things in that book. And it starts with your mindset. How do you see yourself? See, if you don't see your business as a business, you will not make any profit from it. And that would help you define when to say no and when to say yes. And I know that at the moment, the ushering business is not regulated, but you can carve a niche for yourself based on this process I've highlighted. If you look at the previous slides we talked about, if you go through that process and you see everybody in the value chain of that process that you need to pay, then you know that it is not cheap. Ushering is not cheap, it's a premium service. If you ask a lot of people that would have told you that apart from having an online alternative means of income, ushering, bartending, waitressing are actually avenue for you to make money without, like, all you just need to do is to show up and you will get paid for the service you're rendering. So I would want to encourage everybody to read the book, The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. That's T. Harv Eker, The Secret of a Millionaire Mind. You really need to get that book, and you need to read it because it's going to help a lot. So as a business, because we had global mindset, I never held myself back. When I had people in other countries that, for example, like I said, I had an Ivorian bride who got married in Ivory Coast. Like, I did not limit myself. I provided consultation. Like, I was able to talk to her before our wedding. She was very excited. She was like, "Oh, the love you have shown to me." I remember that another friend he lives in Zimbabwe, and he said, "Oh, I'm getting married. What tips do you have?" You understand? Those are other ways you can explore in your business. But if I did not have the global mindset, if I did not have the mind that I could reach out to those people, even if I had them, if I had access to them, I would not have known how to pitch my services to them. And if you look to the right side of this slide, one of the reasons I put up these pictures is to show you that the very first picture up is shows how to become an entrepreneur. I had a section with the amazing boss teacher Julian Obans, and you can check that video on YouTube. You would see our conversation. She actually lives in Jamaica, and I had that section with her from Nigeria. So I'm just showing you that you are not limited by anything. Now, beneath it is you would see that I got this invite from this particular bank. It says that we are excited to, dear Glorious Wheels Ushering Services, we're excited to host you today at the first GEM anniversary conference. And that was it. If you have the right mindset, you would see things that come your way as an opportunity. When I saw this opportunity online, I applied. I did not hold myself back because I was an ushering business, because sometimes I know when I show up for events like this and people say, "What do you do?" And I say, I am an entrepreneur, I provide ushering services, and they go like, "Oh, really?" Like it looks like surprising, but that is why I am there. I'm learning the business of doing things. I'm meeting people. I'm telling them, "Oh, we can provide ushering services for your events. We can build your wedding website. We can provide consultation to you. You don't have to be overwhelmed before you get into it. We can help you analyze your guests and how you can manage them, even without me leaving the comfort of my house." And those are the things you should actually lean into it. And on the far right, you will see this group of amazing, beautiful looking ladies. I'm very, very happy to be a part of their lives because I am creating impact. These ladies are earning from what they do. If you look at the lady with the bead around her neck, that is our country head. She manages and supervises the ushers. And the lady to the extreme end, as she chatted me yesterday about an opportunity she got to ush, and she's going to be well paid for that opportunity. So I don't want you to limit yourself, especially as an ushering business. How you see yourself and how you project yourself is how people will relate to you, and it starts with the right mindset. So if you do not take anything away from this section, I want you to have the right mindset. You can go to Glorious Wheels _ushering on Instagram. You would see a confession we have there for being an entrepreneur. We call it, say to yourself, say this out loud to yourself: I attract profitable clients. I attract clients that pay me my worth. I attract the right team. I am glad that I'm able to include the number of ushers you want to impact. One of my friends will say, "I want to impact 1,000 ushers in a year." Excellent. Keep saying it. As you say it, work towards it, and you will see the universe bring it to pass. Another thing I would like to talk about is milestones. So when you start your ushering business, one of the things you want to do is to set milestones for yourself. For example, when I started my ushering business, the first thing I did was to tell everybody around me that this is what I've been up to. And doing that helped me secure a major partnership with Event Seamless. Shout out to Event Seamless, Madam Wumi. She has been awesome. Like, the way she presents the pitches for Glorious Wheels Ushering as a ushering business, I just cannot thank her enough. So it's something more of a partnership, that every time she gets events, we are able to show up as the official ushering vendor for that event. And I'm very grateful. I want to say shout out to you, Event Seamless. Thank you so much, Madam Wumi. We appreciate all you do. So for milestones, you just have to set that milestones for yourself. The first milestone for me was to get the word about my ushering business out there. After I'd registered it, the first thing was that I registered my business. The next thing was that I began to talk about the business. In talking about the business, I told everybody around me. I went ahead to create a Facebook page for the business. I make sure I updated the Facebook page with contacts, so you have the phone numbers, the website, the link to the website, all of it is there, and you can view it to know which of the services we render and how we can be of service to you. And as it gets better, you set another milestone. You can, if your milestone is to gain subscribers, email subscribers, you set it and you put it out there, put out content and tell people subscribe. You can download this particular framework I've created for ushering businesses. And if you are starting your ushering business and you need step-by-step guide on how to do that, you can also click the link in our bio on Instagram and download the Usherpreneur's guide. It's there for you to walk you through that process. So setting milestones will help you appreciate your journey, and you can also measure your progress. And the last thing there is movement. Movement means taking action. See, it is not enough for you to wish to have a business. Get up and get going. Like, talk to a lawyer, register your business. After you have talked to a lawyer, talk to people around you, put it out there. Just keep moving. Like, take fast. Megami says, take fast, imperfect actions. Like, I think it was Seth Godin that said that you're better off taking action and making a mistake than never taking any action at all. So please keep it moving. And you can see that the slide on the right shows that opportunity comes while you are moving. Thank you. We can move to the next slide. And this is the big question. Based on what you have learned today, what next step do you need to take? This is a challenge to everybody out there. If you want to write me or write Olakweju, we will be glad to read what you think. Like, based on what you have learned, not just from this class, also from the other speakers and the subsequent speakers you are going to be listening to. What next steps are you going to take? I don't want you to, like, this is 2021, March is almost over. I don't want you to keep wishing. Just start that YouTube channel, write the book, register your ushering business. It's very important. Put out word there to get your team together and start nurturing them. And as you continue to take that action, you would see that it becomes better, it becomes clearer. So I would like you to reach out to me either on Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook, or Olakweju. Tell us what you've learned today and what next steps you are going to take. And you can connect with us on Glorious Wheels Ushering Services on Facebook and on Instagram. And like I said, my name is Clementina Busayo, and you can connect with me on LinkedIn or Facebook. So now this is the juicy part. How can you work with me? I know that maybe in the course of talking, you're wondering, oh, I would like to connect with her. Presently, there are two ways you can connect. You can work with me. I provide a one-on-one consultation, and it's called Section with Clementina. You would, in that section, you get to tell me what your expectations are. Based on your expectations, I walk you through the business process of your idea. Then I send you a feedback in a document on what our discussion is, what you may need to do next, and how to get started. Another thing you can do is also to pre-order the Usherpreneur handbook. If you look at the right side of the slide, you will see it's titled A Guide to Becoming an Usherpreneur. And the subtitle is How to Build a Profitable Ushering Service Business. There is an how to. This was a material I wished I saw online for a long time, I was searching online. I searched and searched, and can I tell you something? The first material for building an ushering business, I'm not saying that a business plan for ushering services, I'm not saying that training for ushers, I'm saying that the first and the closest material was from somebody, Maria. That is the first person I got to meet, and I just met her. When I mean met her, I saw our product online. I saw it in 2021, and I saw that because she had interviewed in a sleigh, like she had this section with sleigh festival, or yes, SLA, sorry, SLA. She leads Africa. She had this interview section with them, and that was how I got to see her content. So, see, leverage the opportunities you have, and that can work in your favor. So, the title of the book is A Guide to Becoming an Usherpreneur, and it's available for pre-order at the moment. It's actually less than $10. It's 2,500 naira in Nigeria, and you also get to have feedback from me based on your ushering business if you get to pre-order the book. So you can follow me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on Instagram at Clementina Busayo, like I said, and you can also follow the business page on Glorious Wheels Ushering Services. In case you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me on any of my social media handles. I would get your questions and respond to you via email. I hope this particular section has been worth your time, and please do not forget to do the assignment. Tell us the next steps you're going to take based on what you have learned in today's section. And I really want to say thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Moi, j'aime Francais. I love French. Yes, I love French. So I love the French language a lot. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you got value for this section. Olakweju, over to you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Who would have thought of ushering as a form of passive income? Actually, I had that idea came some time ago during my undergraduate, like, those people that used to stand. Yeah, it was maybe my 200 or 300 level in church, or in our fellowship, ushers, they will stand around and to direct people. So I had this, at that time, event planning it was common, but it wasn't really the in thing like this present moment, like the later 2020s. So like the later 2000s, 2013, 14, 15, when people started involving themselves in events planning and all that. So that time there was a day I just thought of it. I even wrote it down in a book.
Wow.
And then these people that just stand around and they can just find a way to. I didn't think of monetizing or as a form of passive income, but I just thought of it like they can find like a job around it. Like a job can come up around you. I'm like, okay, but me personally don't like standing. I don't want to be standing. So this job is not for me. It's for them. Actually, I had the roommate. Then my 500 level was in organizing ushering.
Yes.
I just thought of it. Wow.
Yeah. I would like to say this
job around this thing now, but because I was not actively involved in ushering, I've never been actively involved in ushering. Maybe one program, just one Christian program like that. There was a time someone said, "Wait, can you help us usher people in?" Maybe just once. Wow. But I've never really been actively involved in ushering. But the idea had come to my mind before, and I was like, wow, these people can do it now. But I didn't see myself doing it again. That was the issue. But when I saw someone coming up with the business of Ushering. I was like, wow, wow. I remember that this idea don't come before. So what I want to say now is thank you so much. Thank you very much for tonight. There are some things I want us to pick tonight. Your mindset.
Okay.
Your mindset.
Yes,
I sent
yes.
on our
Can I say
WhatsApp
something,
group.
Peju?
Okay.
I think one of the things people need to understand is that the only part of ushering you get to earn from is not just standing. Like, I pay my fashion designers, I pay photographers. Do you understand? So that's why it's important to fix your mindset. How you see your business is very important. For example, I'm wearing a customized t-shirt, and
Yeah, I
by the
can see.
time for people who would like to get one, it's also available alongside with the book. Of course, it's the price is going to be higher, but it comes in a bundle. I'm just saying that if you have the right mindset and you have a business mindset towards what you're doing, you're going to begin to see opportunities in what you do, and it's going to grow. That way you can also strategize to harness the business of it. So at that time, the only thing you might have just needed to do was maybe get the people and be the organizer, like maybe the team lead or like the country head, which I showed you in my previous slide. So there are several ways you can actually make money in that value chain. And I just really wanted to say that, so nobody is discouraged or bothered, especially now that we're in a pandemic where you need to take caution. Social distancing is very, very important. Wearing your mask at all times. It doesn't mean that you can't still earn as an entrepreneur. It doesn't mean that you can't still earn. You just need to explore other opportunities within your business. And like I said, one of the things I'm currently doing is to provide consulting. So if you talk to me, you're going is actually going to be a time well spent. My February client, Omeza, said to me that they were going to be launching their product on an online store. And I was very happy when I heard that, because we had a one-on-one section. So it's the possibilities are limitless. You just need to open your mind to the possibility of actually understanding how you can earn from your business and see your business like a business. So show up for your
Yeah.
business like a
Yeah,
business.
that's it. I posted, you're very right. Thank you so much. The mindset is key. I have a YouTube video that says mindset is key. I just posted it on our discussion, WhatsApp discussion group now, as you were talking and you were talking about mindset. So another thing I learned tonight about aside mindset is that although I know that before, don't see yourself as a local champion. You go global. Think global. Think global. Whatever you're doing, even if it is pap you sell. I know you would have seen people that sell pap, that export pap, dry pap to other countries of the world. So
Yeah.
it is not, there's nothing that is local anymore.
No.
Even in this pandemic, nothing is still local. I have seen glorious Wheels ushering services. I've seen their posts on Instagram telling us of different opportunities in different countries. I think I still saw someone post, was it yesterday or so? Glorious
Yeah.
Wheels ushering. I know Glorious Wheels ushering is based in Nigeria, but I can see them in different countries of the world. So you are not global and you are not local, you are global.
Do you know that a librarian has reached out to me? The librarian actually reached out to me, and she got into my WhatsApp and she was like, I want to start this thing in Liberia. This year, a Kenyan actually reached out to me via Facebook, and a Ghanaian also told me that she had been following Glorious Wheels Ushering Services on Instagram, and she has learned a lot for her business. So I would just, like Pedro said, think global. Like, just
Global.
think
You cannot, I cannot overemphasize that. Think global, because and it still boils down to mindset. The issue is, I said something in that video. You have to watch that video. It's very short, a very short video, less than 10 minutes. I said that if you want to change your results, then change your mind. It is change your mindset. When your mindset is changed, you have new sets of thoughts that will trigger new actions. And from there, you begin to see new results. You know, over time, before now, I wanted to start something on YouTube, like since last year. But I keep saying, what am I going to post? How am I going to do this? I have this to do. You know, I keep giving excuses. When people say I'm not serious, so many things I wanted to do, and I keep telling me, but coming into the year, the trigger, there was just a trigger and a force to start a whole lot of things that I should start. So change your mindset. When your mindset is changed, there will be a trigger, like a push. Permit me to use this word. There will be a ginger to do something new, you know, to do something new. And in changing your mindset and fixing your mindset, you are not to bother what people say, because sometimes we get so bothered. The milestone we need to cross now is the environment we have. Sometimes we may need to change our environment to help our new mindset. You may need to change your environment. You may not change your environment physically. You have to change your environment, create an atmosphere for yourself to help your new mindset. Because if you don't create an atmosphere for yourself, if you don't build around yourself, have friends that encourages you in the new field, or in whatever thing you want to do. Because if you are always around people that discourages you, if you're always around people that tell you cannot do it, those words are powerful and they get into you a long way. And a lot of people have not found strength to help themselves to overcome those kind of words. So, but if you have friends that can help you, speak encouraging words to you, then you go a long way to sustain the new mindset that you have. So mindset is key. Thank you very much for talking about mindset, and thank you very much for telling us about the milestones and the movement. If all this we have said is good, all this training is very fantastic, but after this training, if nothing is done, then it's just like everything we have, our time, our efforts are being wasted. So please take action. The new you is to take action. The new you is to move. It's not a cliche, it's not a slang to say we move. It's not a slang. It is actually what we should do. We should move. We should not be moving backwards. We should be moving forwards and upwards. So thank you very much once again, my international Usherpreneur. Yeah,
thank you.
you're very welcome. And thank you everyone for joining tonight. Those that joined and left, we appreciate you. We still appreciate you for joining. Tonight's section is over, and we give God the praise for how it all went. Please, tomorrow, don't let us miss tomorrow's section. Let me say this. Okay, I will communicate with us on our WhatsApp group. Thank you very much, everyone. God bless you. And do have a great night rest. We are in the evening here in Nigeria. Do have a great night rest. And wherever you are in the world, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye.
I see you on social media. Bye.
Bye.